Aloha, beloved family. This is Richard McKeeseldek from Starseeds Changing the World. I really was feeling called to just take some time and to be present with each one of you. There is so much that is happening within the present moment right now. If we can all just take a moment to consciously just tune into the energies and the frequencies as there is a living light transmission that is present through source consciousness. As you take that moment to be fully here and to be present with me, with this transmission, with the energies, the frequencies, the vibration, and the resonance. Now, we recently have just returned from a trip out to the Middle East, and this was such a profound journey to be able to walk on these sacred lands again, first time in this lifetime. And it was held such a big completion sequence that we are all experiencing collectively right now as well. It's there for you if you choose to tune in and receive that all of the contracts, oaths, agreements of the past lifetimes and incarnations are coming into completion. Now, I ask you to be energetically responsible and ask your highest self if this is something you are meant to receive at this time, to begin to tie up all loose ends and to return all aspects of consciousness that are truly yours, and to cut cording from all situation, places, events, people, beings that are of the past that no longer require our energy or attention because it is complete. This is through all time and space. Now we have many options of where we choose to go right now. Everything we are experiencing is a reflection to us to really unlock the inner the inner levels that are within us for our embodiment and for our consciousness and for the returning to source, our ascension process. We are want you to feel deeply, to come into the present moment, to really be mindful of what it means to be here and now, to feel everything that's unfolding within your body and to be okay with that, to welcome it all in, to meet and to greet and to welcome into the unified field. And then this is the place of completion, where when we are in the unified field, we're able to hold our energy, our signature, our vibration in a place that we are able to bring it all together. It's where this living light transmission is continual. We can open our heart into the full spectrum of harmonics, the full spectrum of light, plasmas, resonance, frequencies, and vibrations, all color hues. There's a lot of golden energy coming in right now, as well as previously we're shifting through the rainbow harmonics. Now, just to explain the contracts, oaths, agreements, and vows, There are a lot of starseed genetics and starseed contracts that have been primal focus for the starseed mission. We have completed these now. Now we are moving forward into the higher dimensional timelines and the building of New Earth. And each one of us gets to choose what we would like to experience. The energy, the frequencies, the vibrations that we would hold, open to, share, emit, consent to, or not consent to. The energy of conflict to me is not something that feels present because I have resolved this conflict within myself. I know there's many of you that are still moving through conflict, all conflict that has arisen in your external reality is a direct manifestation of the conflict, the internal conflict that you have within. There's a part of you that needs to be welcomed back and accepted if you are moving through conflict in your life right now. And when we accept these pieces of ourselves that have been hurt or that we fight with, when we just open to the acceptance of knowing that they are perfect the way they are and we can bring them into the love and bring them into the unified field, have them be seen, heard, and integrated, and not engage in that same energy. Being okay with the conflict that's arising within you doesn't mean you're going to step into the conflict. What it means is you see it, and even the most damaged pieces of your consciousness are you. It is a part of you and it needs to be loved. It needs to come in. And when we go into conflict or judgment on a part of ourself, we are casting that part away. We are creating further separation and fragmentation within our being. So each time there's something that's coming up within your external reality is to reflect inside to see what that message is. Every time you feel trauma, you feel pain, you feel wounding, it is an opportunity to bring back a part of yourself, a part that you have judged, or a part that has been judged, or a part that has been cast off, or a part that felt it wasn't good enough. All of our consciousness is returning in every moment. This is the living transmission, the living light transmission. And your perception and your ability to be seated in your experience to take 100% accountability for what you are experiencing allows you to retrieve this. Then you come into a state of blossoming, opening, expanding, and being able to sit within the energies. Because no matter what it is you are doing, you're exactly where you need to be by not doing. Or if you are in the act of doing, you're welcoming it all in. There's a birthing window that we are in right now as the ripples have been sent out through the ocean of consciousness, and we're just seeing how far they go. And in this time, there is an opportunity for each one to be resetting and recalibrating the field to your ability to receive, your ability to hold and maintain a frequency. There are many that are still living within the external game, the external projections, the blame, the delusion of their consciousness, the delusion and illusion of the reality. Everything we are witnessing is a reflection to the internal, to remind you of what it is you hold, what it is you need to heal, what it is that's awakening within you. This is the internal journey. And I hope that you really feel this, as this is a place where we can all be. We can all greet each other. Everybody's included and everybody's welcome. Once we take accountability for our experience, the frequencies, the multidimensional nature is infinite. It is, I keep repeating this, as a living light transmission. It's opening to a level that has not been experienced here on the earth. And I can't even give you a time frame in how long. But there's peace here if you are looking for it. There's also trauma, and the trauma is also welcome, so it can be integrated into love. But all that's surfacing within, like, these waves and ripples of the consciousness that's rising, is to serve you, is to bring to the surface the internal alchemy that's unfolding, because each one of you is an internal alchemist of your own creation. How is your life unfolding for you right now? How much of your life do you accept? How much of your experience is your experience? And how much have you given your power and energy away to somebody else's? Each one of those is still reflecting something back to you. But you do have an opportunity to choose. There's many ways to this point where we let go of all the stories, or we tell all the stories until there's no stories left. And this is the birthing window that we're in right now. The timelines can continue to be reopened. They can be changed. That you can fragment into as many pieces, places, and spaces as you would like. Or you can bring that consciousness back into a unified state matter where you're able to be held within the present moment now, where all is unfolding, all is unraveling, and you're able to dive deeply into this, like, existence that is bringing so many fruits. It's a continual harvest. It's an abundant frequency. We are rising into unity consciousness. And that unity and union needs to occur within oneself. That means union between your masculine and your feminine, so where they come together and they can be one or the other, or just all one. The oneness, God, source, creation, wholeness, completeness. I've also been reminded that everyone is always trying to contract us into doing things, into agreements, into oaths, into vows, into their agreements. And it's important that we are aware of what we are agreeing to and consenting to. So you are either agreeing through your spoken word, or you are agreeing through the energy that you are expressing. I personally, at this time, am not taking on any oaths, agreements, contracts, except what has come through my own direct stream of consciousness and presented it to myself. Any external contract that has arisen is one I will be cautious of. Unless it reflects the same frequency and vibration of the unified field, unity consciousness, or what I am feeling inside that holds that state of purity. If a contract is being presented to you and it holds a different frequency that you are holding, then you are agreeing to that frequency as well. That contract is also connected to a timeline, maybe multiple timelines. And you have the ability to choose. Sometimes no choice is a choice as well. Yeah. Think of all of the different places your energy is getting pulled. To have your chi restored, to have your chi full, feels like one of the greatest blessings in life. And when you hold that frequency of the presence, everything is just healing around you. All that is unfolding is right. There is no doing or even searching. You know, it just feels complete. It feels whole. And this is the space, you know, I'm hoping to share with each one of you today. This place of wholeness where you can accept yourself, you can accept your being, and those ugly parts that you don't want to look at, you can open up to and welcome back. They're all parts of you, and all parts of you need love and need to be welcomed back into the whole. The old lower dimensional understanding of this game is to fight with these parts, to judge them, to ignore them, to not look at them, to pretend they're not there, to do the opposite of what that part is. Or all we merely need to do is understand that that part just wants to return and to be integrated. It's not to be consumed by that part or that wound, but just to acknowledge that wound and to accept it as for what it is. You know, to bring in forgiveness, forgetfulness, and love. And to know when you're in a unified state, you can bring any of these things back and integrate them. It's when you are in a state of conflict and you're trying to integrate parts of your being, you're creating further conflict, because that is what your energy and signature is speaking. That is the language that is being expressed to your soul. Your soul is helping you within each moment to be more whole, to be more complete, to relearn and understand this story of source. Your energetic experience is a byproduct of your ability to be present. The more you can be present, the more you're going to receive the blessings. The blessings of not knowing. I have also just been feeling I'm letting go of the information. The information that comes through and I hold within the moment is what needs to be expressed. But the information does not need to be carried or held onto like a burden. to have a level of mentalization that needs to be linear, programmed. Because the information and the wisdom, the knowledge is always omnipresent. If we can tune in energetically to the field, what needs to be shared will be shared, it will be expressed. Because it just is. It's like being in conversation with your soul or with source or with your highest self. There's no need to dictate or to put the pressure on the expectation of what it must be. We're really just allowing the opportunity to show up for ourselves, for each other, and to build from this beautiful space. This is where everything is and everything exists. This presence is the greatest gift. It is the greatest gift you can give yourself. It is where you have let go of all avoidance, all suppression and repression have been left behind in this space. They don't exist. We have opened up a new timeline. And that this timeline holds the keys to the eternal, internal, eternal wisdom. It is infinite, and it is the celestial temples and gateways are unlocking within you. You have the keys to the celestial temples. Because although many explain these as being outside of you, all of them are within you. All of them are within you when you can hold the moments to allow them to present themselves and to acknowledge them. I'm feeling this celestial key of remembrance that is coming in right now. So as we present this celestial key for remembrance, remember this is an internal key for consciousness. Kurikihatia sayoko shukurikiyo doyo okomati. Yasayorokoyo oko shikitirokoyo oko shikitia. Mashikirokoyo go shikio kyokyokom. Yarahamaya shikio doyo oko shikitirokoyo oko. Now, I'm sure you're experiencing certain feelings or sensations within your body or within your heart. Just allow those experiences. Don't judge them. No, all is being presented to you. All that you need to feel and experience. All of the beauty, all of the wonder, all of the heartache, all of it is returning. So the question is, through this remembrance, how do you welcome it back? What is the place where you are able to meet and greet this celestial key of remembering? Remembering that internal reality you hold within your being. You are a macro, micro, cosmic universe. You are a key to the macrocosmic universe within you. Internal to eternal. The evolutionary gateways are here. They are not outside of you. And if you feel yourself wanting to yawn or to move the energy a little bit, feel free to do that. Just set the intention to open your heart into full spectrum of the organic harmonics, plasmas, to welcome your celestial key of remembrance into love and into the unified field. And let's take a deep breath in now, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Mm. Mm. The unspoken is more powerful than the spoken. The silence is where it all happens and it unfolds. Feel into this for a moment and go within. As we activate the celestial key of remembrance for those that are ready to receive for the highest good of all. Now, the beloved, I ask you to integrate with PC's comfort and grace, to feel deeply into that presence and looking into your being and seeing what is supporting you in your presence and what is not supporting you and being present. And there is just such a powerful energy that's awakening. My beloved and I, we are also going to be holding a purification container to support everybody within their avatar embodiments and consciousness through our own sacred union and Hyros Gamos. We are transmitting a stream of purity, which is purifying for the earth and for each individual that would like to come forward and be part of this monthly container. There is an energetic frequency and alignment to match to those that will hear this call. You will feel the resonance in your being, knowing that it feels good to be within this energetic space and container, and that your soul or your highest self is supporting you as soul family to come together at this time in this purification of our beings. As the more we're able to hold this stream of consciousness, the more we're collecting all aspects of our being and letting go of the things that are no longer aligned, our frequency, resonance, and vibration is going up. It's expanding inside, out, within and throughout. And it requires energetic support, just as our planet does, because as we go through this purification, our planet is going through this purification. So it's a natural source, living light transmission. And we will be expressing this and bringing out the information on this soon to begin the first initiation of this purification container to support our family at this time. I know all of you are beautiful and you are moving through everything you need to move through at this time. For some of you, it's a lot. For some of you, you are looking for your like-minded family. And this stream of consciousness is here for you. If you are ready to step in to this, to let go of the limitations and the things that the perceptions or beliefs that may have been holding you back, to begin to dissolve the ego and release the veils and unlock the potential as the avatar consciousness, the 12D streams and higher that are coming in right now, is where everything is healed. It's where everything is complete. It is the energy and the frequency of change that is unfolding on the planet. It is the upgrades, the downloads, the expansion, the solutions, the antidote, the purification. Kurikiatia saya hakashimo makash yoku mahagire kimeha anafia ko mahana kafasiki ki shoko fashiki matira ki mogona kahana kiatieti kiana yo omakashi kitoko makoyo. All right, beloveds, I send my deepest gratitude and heartfelt expression of Omni love and blessings to you. I hope that you receive this. And if you are ready to step into our purification container or to work with us, that you reach out and connect now. There's no reason to be waiting. It's time. Aho, namaste, blessed be, Ubuntu, shalom, amen. With love from Starseeds, changingtheworld.com.